Dear Jason, I have a question. I'm in a similar situation as the 38-year-old guy with two sons, except my wife isn't gone. I have a 13-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter. I've been trying to find a way to approach her about my being gay, which will end a 14-year relationship, which hasn't gone well from the start. How do you think I should handle it? Love, Tom. Wow. Okay, so for those of you who don't actually know what Tom is talking about, I had a question a few months ago from a guy who he was 38 and his wife had recently passed away, and he was looking for advice on how to not only start entering the dating pool, but explain to his two teenage sons that he was gay. I hope I gave him relatively good advice. I still haven't heard from that guy, so if you're out there, email me back. However, on to Tom's problem. Okay, basically how I would suggest you handle this problem is the same way that I told the other guy to handle that problem, which is don't try to handle it all at once, because it's really kind of impossible. It's sort of information overload, not only on you, but on the people around you. Step one, you've been in a bad 14-year marriage, and you say that it's bad from the start. Okay, well, you know what? Even if you were straight and were just looking to find, a more suitable partner of the opposite sex, I would say that a 14-year bad marriage is probably a good place to start. Sit down with your wife and just say, listen, we both know that this is wrong, we both know that this is not working, we both know that this has never worked, and it's time for us to go look for something that does work. Because you see, that's a place that you can both start, because if you, both of your, if the relationship hasn't worked for 14 years, you both know it at this point, right? So therefore, that's something that you can kind of do together, if you understand what my drift is. It's a good place to start because you're both in the same place. You're both in a bad marriage. Okay, once that's looked after, that's when you maybe give it a little bit of time, because the kids are going to, especially, kids are a little bit younger, they're going to have a little trouble sort of establishing. Leave the gay out of it for maybe just a little bit. However, it's probably not a bad idea for you to maybe join a gay fathers group, because there's tons of those out there. And there's a whole lot of men in your situation who have gone through exactly what you've gone through. I've been out most of in fact, all of my adult life, so therefore I can't really relate. But there's a lot of guys out there who can. Something else that I'm going to suggest is that spring has sprung. As you can see by my lovely garden, I'm actually really proud of my garden here. I don't know how much of this you can see, but I do a whole lot of gardening. I'm fixing that part up over there, which is why it presently looks like a construction site. But anyway, where was I? Right, it's spring, which means that baseball season has started and cycling season has started. Why don't you go find a gay baseball team or a gay sports team of some sort, because you can meet guys probably a little closer to your age who will share some of your interests, and it won't be in a bar situation where there's like alcohol and sexually charged. It's just not a good place to meet guys. So go out, be social, get a bit of a network of friends. Once that happens and you're a little bit more comfortable, maybe then it's time to come out. And you might want to start with the wife first, and then the kids, and then once they're settled in with all of that, then you maybe consider dating. That's really the best advice that I can give in my extremely long-winded way. Everybody else just keep sending me questions.